crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb and Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal. Anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb and Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
And welcome back to another episode of the Blockchain Brew Show. Guys, today, it is Valentine's Day. And, I told T-Square, don't worry about it, man. Like, go enjoy Valentine's Day with your wife the whole day. Right now, my wife is at a women's thing at church, so... I'm kind of in between doing a few things right now. So I'm going to come on here live with you guys because we do go live every single day here on the Blockchain Brew Show. And we don't miss a day of bringing you guys the news, the charts, and the best hydration out there on the internet. So at least in the cryptoverse. What is up, John 316? So yeah, I'm going to be quick today. I'm kind of on and off. I'm in between, doing a bunch of things. So I don't have a beer for you guys today. It is, 10:40 a.m. on a Saturday, where I'm at, which is fine. Ain't nothing wrong with day drinking on a Saturday. But like I said, I'm in between a few places. So, I don't have one today, but guys, it doesn't mean that we aren't the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube. I mean, you can see my my whiskey station back there, the Great Wall of Taylor. Anyways, yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. How's your day going, John? Let's see. I'm going to share my screen, cover a little bit of news, a little bit of recap news for the week, and then we're gonna go to let me get this up. And we're gonna go to CoinMarketCap. We're gonna find the top few. Serpent Juice, he said. We're gonna find the top few gainers and losers for the week. We're gonna chart those, and then we're gonna be off. Where's Pepe and Daniel? Oh man. John 316 is over here. He's always looking for Pepe and Daniel. He's over here like, the Lord has prepared a table before me in the midst of my enemies. Hey, what is up, Dream Tanks TV? Let me change this background real quick. and add this to stage. All right, let's dive on into it. Some recap for the week. Binance buys $1 billion in Bitcoin. U.S. inflation lower than expected, but Bitcoin price still suffers. Although Bitcoin and most altcoins have recovered from the massive losses charted at the end of the previous business week, can you call it a recovery if it's still a lower high? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you know. I don't know. The past 7 days weren't exactly positive for the asset class, as it remains miles from the Q4 2025 peaks. Before we examine the development that took place in the last week, let's quickly recap the latest crash that culminated on Friday, February 6th, when Bitcoin plunged to $60,000 for the first time in well over a year. Many altcoins collapsed by 20 to 30% daily, reaching new local lows. Some of them are in price discovery to the downside. So there you go. Nevertheless, Bitcoin bounced off on that day by $12,000 and tapped $72,000 in what became one of its most impressive single-day recovery attempts. However, the predominant bearish trend resumed rapidly when Bitcoin was stopped and driven down to $68,000 during the weekend. It spent the next several days trading sideways between that lower boundary and $72,000. After the latest rejection at the upper boundary, the bears initiated another leg down, pushing the cryptocurrency south to $66,000 on Wednesday and $65,000 on Thursday. The past few hours were slightly more positive for Bitcoin. This was written yesterday, especially since the US CPI numbers for January came out and showed that inflation has actually cooled off. That's what we're told anyways. Inflation has cooled off, guys, Get with the narrative. Just accept what they're telling you, right? I mean, there's some truth. Like, look, gas prices have come down significantly. When gas prices go down, all prices go down, right? Because the economy runs on truckers. Thank you. Thank you to all of our truckers out there. Thank you, John 316. The economy runs on transportation, and when the cost of fuel is down, the cost of goods goes down overall. So there is some truth to it, but look, the trend is still up. The inflation trend is still up and to the right, So, guys, the cost of things is getting higher and higher, decade over decade. Okay. And when you zoom in, you might see a year-over-year decrease, but we still know which direction it's headed, right? Okay, inflation has actually cooled off. Bitcoin jumped to $67,000, and we know that, early this morning it tapped just above 70, but we'll see what's going on with it. This means that Bitcoin now sits at approximately the same spot as last week, but many alts have produced more substantial volatility, as we would expect. This week's crypto headlines you can't miss. Binance completes $1 billion SAFU fund shift to Bitcoin. The most significant news in terms of BTC acquisition this week came from Binance as the exchange completed the conversion of its entire $1 billion SAFU fund to Bitcoin. The company bought a total of 15,000 Bitcoin in the span of just a few weeks. So, guys, Binance is at a point where they think that we are close enough to the bottom where they've converted $1 billion worth of their SAFU fund entirely to Bitcoin, right? What is Binance SAFU fund? It's their fund that is meant to protect users against catastrophic events, right? So say say you have another FTX event. Say there's a big liquidity nightmare going on with the exchanges and stuff like that. This $1 billion Seifu fund is meant to make sure that Binance stays liquid in the event of a catastrophe, right? And so if Binance stays liquid, then they protect customer assets and customer ability to withdraw. Okay. And so if Binance has converted $1 billion of their Seifu fund entirely to Bitcoin, this means that they are convinced that that the volatility on Bitcoin has thinned enough. I'm probably not on the screen, am I? Oh yeah, I am. Look at me go. It means that they are convinced enough that the volatility on Bitcoin has thinned to the point that the downside risk is low enough that holding this $1 billion in Bitcoin is enough to keep them liquid in a catastrophe. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think that, Bitcoin is still volatile enough that, like, I would hope that they have other means of protection. I would hope that they have other safeguard investments, such as gold and, metals, treasury bills, bonds, and at the end of the day, a mountain of cash. That's still one of the best ways, to guard against some market catastrophe. BlackRock's Biddle Fund hits Uniswap as Uni jumped 40%. The largest decentralized exchange partnered with Securitize to make BlackRock's USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund, Biddle, available for trading via Uniswap X. The news sent shockwaves through the Uni community, with the token surging by up to 40% within minutes. Banks take hardline on stablecoin yields as White House talks stall. Although the March 1st deadline is approaching fast, the crypto industry and banks clashed again over stablecoin rewards with clear agreement. No compromise was reached, said sources, but the session was described as productive. Robinhood enters layer 2 race with public testnet launch of Robinhood chain. Okay, that's cool. It's built on Arbitrum. Yeah. The Robinhood chain, an Ethereum layer 2 chain network built on Arbitrum. Okay, so cool. Doesn't that kind of make it like a layer 3, technically? I don't know. Miner offloads. Okay, this is big. A Bitcoin miner offloads $305 million worth of Bitcoin as network difficulty sees sharp decline. The past few weeks have been tough on miners as well, especially in some regions due to severe weather. One of the larger entities in the field, Congo, disclosed that it had sold over $300 million worth of Bitcoin amid rising pressure and falling profitability metrics. So, guys, this happens every bear market. It usually happens nearing the end of a bear market, which is another reason why, this combined with, Binance's actions. If Binance thinks that the downside risk volatility is low, it means that it doesn't mean that they're not going to flush us out one last time, because I believe we are going to $55,000, but what it does mean is that Binance is the biggest manipulator in the space. One of them, we all know this. It means that Binance is, what they're telling you is, okay, guys, we're not gonna we're not going to drop it another 50%, right? That's what they're telling you. But this miner, the stress on miner, when Bitcoin miners are in the red for, I don't know, usually some weeks or 2 or 3 months maybe, you're usually nearing the end of a bear market, and that is a big signal of max pain in the market. So this is another reason why I think that we're nearing the end. And again, I don't think that we are in fact in a traditional 4-year cycle bear market. Yes, there are some things that overlap for sure, but I believe the cycle is breaking. I do not believe the 4-year cycle is either intact or broken. I believe it is breaking, and I don't believe that this bear market is going to end up looking exactly like a traditional 4-year cycle bear market. So I think we're going to recover faster, but we shall see. Okay, so let me check up on comments, and then we will run through a few coins. Hey, what is up, Francisco Santos? Welcome in. Welcome in, Dream Tanks. I already welcomed you, but yeah. Welcome in, Amelia. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for hopping on here. Let's see. Okay, so let's head on over to CoinMarketCap. Share this tab instead. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, dang, Pippin just kept going, huh? All right. All right, let me chart Bitcoin first, and then I'm going to chart the top 2 gainers, which is Pippin and Pepe. And then I'm going to chart the top 2 losers. Does anyone care about these? MYX and Humanity Protocol. So how about instead I do Hyperliquid and Layer 0, I guess. I don't know. Or you know what? It's a green day. The top losers are not that interesting. So what I'll do is I'll chart Bitcoin, and then I'll chart the top 3 gainers. We'll do Pippin, Pepe, and Tau. So there we go. Francisco says Aptos. Are we pumping or are we dumping today? Is today the day everyone get dump in crypto market? Valentine's Day was a success, green candle all night. Yeah. ETH to 1500 by Valentine's Day. Oh, okay. That was a BitBoy joke, by the way, from 2021. But speaking of BitBoy, like, did everyone see the Kevin O'Leary news? Let me just hop over here to X and actually, it's kind of sad, guys. Like, Yeah, so this came out last night while we were live. Kevin O'Leary wins $2.8 million defamation lawsuit against crypto influencer Ben Armstrong, aka BitBoy. Man, I I don't I don't like some of the comments on here, guys. Collecting will be a real challenge. Yeah, I mean, what happens if you can't what happens if you can't really collect on the lawsuit that you won, like bankruptcy, right? I mean, I think I'm not, an expert on that really. I'm not a financial advisor, guys. um Yeah, I mean, I don't like to see the negative comment sort of thing. I'm more in this guy's corner right here. Dude, way to kick a man while he's down. I like that. That's what I don't want to see people doing. Um, Jesus said, "Do to others as you would have them do to you," and you know, I wouldn't want everyone to kick me while I'm down, so I'm not going to do that to Ben. And again, Ben always treated me very well, so you know, hey, he was manic at the end, but whatever. Um, so it is sad. I don't like to see that. Let's see here. Okay, Bitcoin. Jasmine, okay. Francisco, damn, that news is bearish. Jasmine, I got you, John. Okay. So we got Aptos, we got Jasmine. Stick with those two for right now. Okay, so Bitcoin on the 1 hour chart. The 1 hour chart, it hit its take profit up here. Basically, it's $70,000. The entry on the 1 hour on Lux Algo came in at $67,300. Beautiful scalp. And then you ended up with a bearish divergence up here at the top. You can see the swing up on price with a swing down on the hyperwave and a swing down on the stochastic RSI, right? Creating bearish divergence. It is only on the 1 hour, so I'm not saying that bear div is going to kill all the momentum right now. Look, stochastic RSI already worked its way down into oversold territory on the 1 hour. And the hyperwave is still actually above neutral, which is good. That's a good thing, actually. That means that this pump on the 1 hour is still strong. You will have support coming in here at the level of the trend catcher at $69,000. You will also have support coming in here at this trend line, which would come in at, about 68.5K. On the 4 hour chart, guys, here's the thing about this. Like, this is why like, even if we come back up again to like 71, come back into the 70s or maybe 71. Well, you know, this is tough, guys. Lex Algo gave you a strong buy signal right here, but the trend catcher is failing to turn green, which would be the confirmation of the buy signal. Okay, the hyperwave has crossed bearish. The stochastic RSI has crossed bearish. Now, it doesn't mean that, you know, the Stokes can't come down here a little bit, pump up again, and kind of do this and stay overbought, stay in overbought territory above this dotted line while the price continues to pump up for a little bit. That's definitely possible. But we are closer to the top of this pump than we are to the beginning of it. The beginning of the pump on the 1 hour was about $67,000, right? So we are closer to the top of the pump than we are to the start of it, in my opinion. You know, that would mean that, you know, well, your take profit here on the 4 hours at $73,800. I don't know if we get that high. But in that case, we actually wouldn't be closer to the top of it. But I look at the overbought territory on the Stokes and the overbought territory right here on the hyperwave, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, how, I don't know if it can squeeze it out. You know, again, until the trend catcher turns green right here, then this take profit is not in play for me. So it's kind of how I'm thinking about that. Daily. Okay. So here's the thing. When you look at the daily chart, if we were going to reject off of a level, I'll go ahead and turn this line red here. Actually, I'll turn it orange. How about that? Okay. If we were going to reject here, a good place to reject would be off of the level of the trend catcher, which I put that orange line just above it, so you can see both of them. And that level is $72,000 right now. That's kind of why I say, like, look, I think we're closer to the top of the pump than we are to the beginning of it. The best thing to say might be we're right smack in the middle of it. I could get on board with that. But honestly, what's 72K in the grand scheme of things if we're still going down to 55? Like, this take profit, regardless of the fact that we got a strong buy signal on the 4 hour, ultimately, we still have this sell signal on the daily with a red trend catcher and a take profit down here at $54,900. So that take profit is in play. The take profit on the 4 hour is not in play. And both of them could end up happening. It could tap 73 on the 4 hour and ultimately come back down to tap 55 on the daily. That would not be strange at all. You know, if we were to continue to pump up a little bit, a good place to reject would be off of the level of the trend catcher at $72,000. The other day, I was showing this blue line because I was saying, look, if we got above the trend catcher, the next place might be this trend line right here, this white line. But a few days have passed, and look what has happened. We are actually the white line is now lower. So to reject off of the trend line would be to reject off of the same level as the trend catcher. Now they're all converging in that same area right there at 72. So that is a big block of resistance there at 72K. Stochastic RSI is overbought on the daily. Okay. I like to scale into short positions when the stochastic RSI is overbought on the daily and on the 4-hour. And right now, it is overbought on both the daily and the 4-hour. So regardless of whether we squeeze out another couple grand out of this little pump is irrelevant to me. Stochastic RSI is overbought on the daily and on the 4-hour. That to me is a short signal. And if you come to the daily, Lux Algo is still in a short. Okay. $72K looks too perfect for a trap. Is low volume, so price is easily moved, especially for a short squeeze, and a bull trap, maybe 71.5. 72 looks too perfect for trap. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm feeling. That's exactly what I'm feeling. I don't think that I don't think we're getting much higher than that. I really don't. So we have Aptos and Jasmine. Let's see here. Aptos. Oh, you know what, guys? We actually let me see here. I thought that we can see trading view charts on pulled from BYDFi now, one of our exchange partners of choice. At least that's what I got an email about. All sources. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. So here it is. This data is actually pulled right from BYDFi, one of our exchange partners of choices. So if you want to trade these coins on BidFi, then you have the exact levels that are on their exchange. So there you go. Man, Aptos has been underneath a strong sell signal on the weekly for a while now. It's crazy. Look at the take profit number 2. It's the take profit 2 is literally at $0.00. I mean, that's a lot of altcoins right now, though. By the way, but it's not going to get there, of course. It's crazy though. Like, look at this. It's a obviously 100% move to the downside. away from the take profit number 2, but it's a 300% move up to the take profit 1 on the short that we just crashed through. This is crazy. This is insanity. Is anything else really dumping this hard? Like, guys, Aptos is down 93% from the top. What in the world? Like, ADA on the weekly is still above its take profit number 1 at 17 cents. Like, guys, this is... What happened to Aptos? This is wild. Do you guys see this? I gotta show that again, like... Oh, that's, ADA. I was looking at, Aptos. %. That is crazy. Tell me the bear market is not closer to the bottom. Tell me the bear market is not closer to the finish line than it is to the starting line. In terms of price. In terms of price. Maybe not in terms of time. In terms of time, it could be like right smack in the middle, maybe. But in terms of price, tell me that the bear market is not closer to the finish line than it is to the start. Unless you think Aptos is going to die and never come back, which is possible. I'm not a huge Aptos fan, or anything, but man, that is craziness. Because that's what you expect in a bear market, right? Like a bunch of altcoins to drop 90%. Where do you think it's going? To 0? I mean, it could. It could. But I don't know, man. Francisco said, I think we're due for a good pump on Aptos. Dream Tank says, being overbought on the Stokes RSI don't mean it can't have an impulsive move to the upside. Same thing, vice versa. Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's why, Dream Tanks, that's why we have to say, if it does have an impulsive move to the upside, where is the level of resistance that I can make my best expectation that it's going to go, right? And that's why we say that's why I said, hey, the level of the trend catcher is above us at 72K. That's also converging with a trend line, right? It's, like, so if I had to set a stop loss, I would enter a low enough leveraged short that that my stop loss could be put just above the trend catcher. Maybe put it at 73K or 74K, depending on how low my leverage is, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it's a good point, Dream Tanks. I'm not advocating, that you don't prepare for the possibility of an impulsive move. This is crypto, after all, right? Let's see here. Jasmine. looking at Jasmy, pulling the chart again from BYDFi, one of our exchange partners of choice. And guys, stochastic RSI is at 100 on the daily for Jasmy. It's at 100, and we're still below the trend catcher at 0.006513. Okay. Stochastic RSI is at 100, and we are still below the trend catcher, which is telling me we are not going to break the trend catcher. We are going to reject basically from the trend catcher that we're almost already at, and we're going to make a lower low. Take profit level number 1 is at 0.003841. That is another 38% drop from the current level. Because Jasmy actually had a good pump against the market here a couple weeks ago, it's sitting in a better position than like a lot of things. And so far Jasmy is like, well, let me mark it from the true bottom. So far Jasmy has only dropped 64%. Aptos has dropped 93%. Cardano's dropped about 70%, 70 something. You don't think that Aptos is going to at least drop as much as Cardano? I mean, I guess, okay, let me take it from the true top and be fair. Okay, it's just that the true top in terms of time for Jasmy was much earlier than the others that I just showed. But for the sake of the argument, I'm going to take it from this one. See, that's still actually only a 67% drop to the current level. It was a 74% drop from to the true bottom. So, you don't think it can go to 80%? and it would still outperform a lot of things if it dropped 80%. Let's see, where would it go if we where would it go if we went 80%? Let's find out. And what do you know? If it dropped 80% from this top over here, it would go exactly to the take profit level number 1 on LuxAlgo at 0.003841. Do we not think it can drop 80%? Hey. Dream Tank says it can be 100 hours and days before the Stokes RSI decide to reset. If you are sitting sideline, you will miss a majority of the move. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it obviously can sit sideways for days. That doesn't mean it's not a good time to scale into a short. Like if you were, the issue is scaling responsibly, and yes, you may end up waiting around for days to get your move, but if you're low leveraged and you're scaling into a short, when stochastic RSI is at 100, you're gonna consistently win over and over again. Kite, got you. Whoa, this thing. Okay, yeah, this just came out, right? This is crazy. Something like this is so hard to chart. So you said you shorted it. Like, I mean, you've hit your... Actually, your take profit number one on Lux Algo is still all the way up here at 27 cents. I'm not saying it'll hit it, but you know, your take profit is at 27 cents and like stochastic RSI is neutral. I don't think I would short this. I wouldn't long it either. I would just miss out on whatever it does. Right? But like a lot of tickers do all kinds of things every single day that you miss out on. So it's not, you know, it's not about that to me. It's about you know, Lifer says he's the king of the 3%. Like, you know, a good return in the stock market is 8% every year. Like, if I can make a couple percent a week, or I can make 20% a month, I mean, I'm going to miss out. My strategy right now is to short Bitcoin at good levels to short, right? And that's going to make me miss out on a lot of other things right now, but that's okay. I'm going to stack over time. So there we go. I just can't say what to do with this one way or another because the Stokes are neutral. Like it could it could go up or it could go down. Like I don't I try not to say that sort of thing too much, right? Like I try to actually give you, you know, like I just did on the last one. Look, Stokes are at 100. It's going to go down. Not saying it won't go up before it goes down, but lower your leverage. Identify your resistance levels above you so that you know where it could or might go up to. Lower your leverage, scale into a short. I'm going to take a firm position. I'm not going to be wishy-washy. It's going to go down. Stokes are at 100. It's going to go down. This I do have to say it could go up or it could go down. I don't know. I'm all right, but I ain't that good. I don't know what to tell you about this. And Francisco said, bro, I already longed it too late. Well, I mean, look. You are, after all, above a strong sell signal on Lux Algo with a green trend catcher, and the take profit is still above you at the end of the day, if that makes you feel better. I mean, and, you know, hopefully you long somewhere close to where it's at right now, and you didn't long in the 20s, but, you know, you would also be longing potential tweezer bottoms right there. So I don't know. I don't hate it. I guess there are some factors to support your long. So Let's see, what else were we doing? We did Kite, we did Jasmine, we did Aptos. Well, yeah, that I do have some things to get to today. I got to run. I know I titled the I titled it charting the top gainers and top losers, but we came in here and what we ended up doing was charting what you guys wanted to see, which is better than charting things just to chart them. So there you go. If somebody comes and Yo Lifer is the king of liar and ego. I get what you're saying, Dream Tanks. I get it. I get it. Oh, he said I long tight at 18 cents. 25x, bro. 25x on a coin like this, that is insanity. Hey, but yeah, I mean, you'll probably do good. You'll probably do good on that. Take profits. When your gut tells you to take profits, because your take profit level 1 is up here at 27 cents, and like I don't. This thing is already on a tear, right? So I mean, are you really gonna ask it to do much more than 27 cents right now? Like, what if Bitcoin turns around? Take both of your ideas together, Francisco. Like, you think that Bitcoin might not go up past 72K, right? You know, and if Bitcoin goes up to 72K, that's, you know, consider taking profits on this. Like, because if Bitcoin falls over and it falls over hard, like, you think this thing is just going to keep doing this? Like, I don't know. Like, when your gut tells you to take profits, I would take profits on this, and you'll probably do pretty good. It said already up. Oh, the limit order hit, already up 54%. I mean, why don't you close your position by half? I don't know, just a thought. So let's see here. Okay, guys, you know, as always, you trade with our link on BTCC. You'll get 40% off trading fees. BTCC is the first link in the description. 40% off trading fees with VIP level 4. You'll get 100 USDT just for registering with our link. And you will get a deposit bonus, 10% deposit back on your bonus. So yeah, I mean, you deposit $500, get $50 back. Deposit $1,000, get $100 back. Deposit 10 grand, get $1,000 back to trade with. So there you go. I will see you guys later. Cheers. Oh, I gotta thank everyone. T-Square would kill me for that. Thank you, Francisco. Thank you, Dream Tanks. Thank you, John316, Axe 221. Thank you, Amelia, Based Philosophy Mom. And thank you to our friend over here on Kick. I don't know who that is, but he's here. So thank you, everyone, for making this community what it is, which is the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube. Cheers.